This is the story of Ryan Mitchell, a 32-year-old graphic designer. Calm by nature, hardworking, and bookish, Ryan lived with his parents, Gloria and David, in a quiet neighborhood of Chicago. He never believed in the supernatural or superstitions. But sleep was always strange for him. Since childhood, Ryan had terrifying dreams. As he grew older, those dreams began to change into something worse. Ryan had a habit of writing in his journal. This story, in fact, comes directly from the pages of that journal. It's about a night when he experienced something real, something he couldn't explain. A night of sleep paralysis. It was a cold, January night. Ryan had just finished a tough office project and went to bed around 2:30 a.m. He was exhausted, so he drifted off quickly. But at 3:10 a.m., he suddenly woke up. Ryan had a habit of writing in his journal. This story, in fact, comes directly from the pages of that journal. It's about a night when he experienced something real, something he couldn't explain. A night of sleep paralysis. It was a cold January night. Ryan had just finished a tough office project and went to bed around 2:30 a.m. He was exhausted, so he drifted off quickly. But at 3:10 a.m., he suddenly woke up. The ceiling fan was spinning. The soft light from the street lamp outside glowed through the window. Everything looked normal, except for one horrifying detail. His body couldn't move. He tried to scream, but no sound came out. His eyes were open, but he felt frozen. And then he saw it. In the corner of his room stood a dark figure, not fully solid, not a person, more like a shadow, tall, still, and terrifying. It didn't seem to be floating. It was just there, part of the darkness itself. Ryan struggled to move. Minutes passed. Then suddenly, he snapped out of it. The room was quiet, still, empty. He turned the lights on and looked around. Nothing. He convinced himself it was just a bad dream. Maybe stress, maybe exhaustion. So he went back to sleep. The next morning, still unsettled, he searched online and found the term sleep paralysis. He read stories from others who had seen shadow figures. Some felt pressure on their chest, others heard whispers. The relief of knowing it was common helped a little. But the fear remained. To feel better, Ryan spoke to a psychiatrist his friend recommended. The doctor explained, sleep paralysis is a condition where a person wakes up but can't move or speak. It happens in the transition between sleep and wakefulness, either when falling asleep or waking up. It's linked to REM sleep, where your brain is awake but your muscles are still off. Some people also experience hallucinations during this time, like seeing someone in the room or feeling something sitting on them. It can be caused by irregular sleep cycles, stress, or other sleep disorders. That evening, Ryan told his mother Gloria about what happened, and that's when something from his childhood came back. Gloria remembered how, at age 10, Ryan used to say that he saw a woman's shadow standing near his bed, sometimes behind the closet, sometimes beside his pillow, just staring at him. Back then, they'd brought in a spiritual healer, and after that, everything seemed fine. Maybe it was hiding, and now it was back. But Gloria didn't tell Ryan about it. She didn't want to scare him or distract him from his work. But night after night, Ryan's fear grew. Every time he slept, it felt like his soul was being dragged somewhere else. Every time, he saw the same room, fan spinning, door half open, soft light through the window. But he couldn't move. He couldn't speak, like his body was under someone else's control. Once, during a paralysis episode, Ryan saw his parents standing in the doorway. They were looking at him, but no one noticed he was screaming inside. He could see everything, but he could do nothing. It was like watching a nightmare through your own eyes, with no way out. And every time he feared, if I don't wake up this time, maybe I never will.